So this is how I do a lot of my sequin pieces that we whip stitch together. In this case, I wanted this blue piece to be the top. And a lot of times I use color, but I wanted to use all shades of blue. So I went over to my sequin department and I pulled out all the possible shades of blue that I thought might work with this one main part of this design. And this is actually the hardest part of this, is taking the time just to sit with it and figure out, okay, do I want to cut this and make it long? Do I want to cut this piece and make it at the front? Like, how do I want to design it? It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy, because for me, if it's not exactly the piece that I want, I won't use it. I don't cut corners on this part. So then what I do is I pin it together where I want it. And I have to pin it first, because otherwise I can't figure out what I want next. So this way I can see, like, do I really like those two together? Do I want something else? In this case, I want to make sure I save the zipper. So I have it pinned where, you know, my assistant is not going to sew the zipper shut. Having an assistant like I do in this circumstance is huge, because she's smart enough to know kind of my aesthetic and where I'm going. She knows that if I pin something on top, that means I want it to stay on top. Believe me, I've had a lot of assistants that just kind of are reckless and don't ask questions. And it can be irritating to have somebody always saying, well, did you want it this way or did you want it that way? But in the long run, the aesthetic of what you're designing will stay true if you have an assistant that's smart enough to ask you, are you sure you want it this way? However, sometimes that assistant might put her own ideas of how it should look. And for me as an artist, it's really challenging for me to say, I want it this way. So in this case, this piece is waiting for her. And then I pick out the thread I want her to use, the yarn. And here we go to the yarn department. And I was really thinking I wanted this, which we don't have enough of. So it may be this, and this might actually bring a little bit of color that might be amazing. Stay tuned for the final piece. So here's the finished piece. You can see it's beautiful. It also can zip if you'd like. And I actually showed it on my Instagram live, and it sold right away. So